Think about what a typical college student eats in a day. It might be a protein bar on the way to class, chips, or a granola bar between lectures, maybe instant noodles or dining hall food, and then something quick like fast food at night. A lot of these foods are chosen because they're cheap, convenient, and don't take much time to prepare. At the same time, college students also have some of the highest rates of depression compared to other age groups. So this raises an important question. Are these two things actually connected, or is it just a coincidence that they happen at the same time? Ultra-processed foods are foods that have been heavily altered from their original form through industrial processing. Instead of being made from whole ingredients, they are typically made from refined substances like sugars, oils, and additives, and are designed to be highly palatable and long-lasting. Some common examples include sugary drinks, packaged snack foods like chips and cookies, instant noodles, frozen ready-to-eat meals, fast food, and even things like flavored yogurts or protein bars with a lot of added ingredients. What makes these foods different from minimally processed foods is that they often contain additives like artificial flavors, preservatives, emulsifiers, and sweeteners that you wouldn't normally use in home cooking. Nutritionally, they tend to be high in added sugar, unhealthy fats, and refined carbohydrates, while being low in fiber and essential nutrients like vitamins and minerals. Because of this, ultra-processed foods have already been strongly linked to physical health issues like obesity and cardiovascular disease. And now researchers are starting to look at how they might also impact mental health. Research consistently shows that people who consume higher amounts of ultra-processed foods are more likely to experience symptoms of depression. This pattern has been observed across multiple large studies in different populations, including young adults and college-aged individuals. However, one of the most important things to understand is that these studies are observational, which means that they can identify patterns and relationships, but cannot prove that one factor directly causes another. So even though there is a strong association, we cannot say that eating ultra-processed foods directly causes depression. To actually prove causation, researchers would need to have controlled experimental studies where all other variables are kept the same except for diet. And that is very difficult to do when studying human behavior and long-term mental health. Because of this limitation, it's more accurate to say that ultra-processed food consumption is linked to depression rather than being a direct cause. Even though causation hasn't been proven, there are several biological mechanisms that help explain why this relationship might exist. First, inflammation. Diets high in ultra-processed foods are associated with chronic low-level inflammation in the body. This can affect brain function and has been linked to mood disorders like depression. Secondly, is gut health. Ultra-processed foods are typically low in fiber, as mentioned earlier, which is really important for maintaining a healthy gut microbiome. The gut microbiome plays a role in producing neurotransmitters like serotonin, which also helps regulate mood. Thirdly, there are blood sugar fluctuations. Many ultra-processed foods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by crashes, which can lead to fatigue, irritability, and mood swings. At the same time, it's important to consider other lifestyle factors. People who eat a lot of ultra-processed foods may also be more likely to have poor sleep, lower levels of physical activity, or higher levels of stress. These factors are already known to increase the risk of depression, especially in college students. Because of this, ultra-processed food consumption may not be the direct cause, but instead part of a broader pattern of behaviors that contribute to mental health outcomes. In conclusion, there is a clear relationship between ultra-processed food consumption and depression risk, but current research does not prove a direct cause. And because of that, these foods are best described as a modifiable risk factor, which is something that can increase risk but can also be changed.